Hey everybody, it's Alexis. I am back with a brand new video. Happy Monday. Thank you for being here. And today I am talking about a client success story and talking about examples about how to stay on track with whatever you're manifesting with your relationship with your SP and what to do when the version of them, whatever happened in the past, comes up. How do you rectify it? How can you rework it? How can you stay on your chosen mental diet? Okay, so let's get into it. Before I get started, like I always say, the links for booking one-on-one coaching with me are in the box below. The links for booking one-on-one hypnosis are in the box below. Funnily enough, the links to all of my courses, pre-recorded hypnosis audios, are all in the box below, and they are all designed to help you understand that you are the creator, you are the epicenter, and that you are the only thinker in your reality. Okay? Okay, you guys. So now let's talk about that idea. You being the only thinker, the only perceiver, the epicenter of your reality, and that what you think and what you decide matters. So think of it like that reality just comes from you. Instead of getting caught up in a lot of the, I hear a lot of these things people try and do these days. Being in the God state, I'm the God of my reality. Yes, those things can work. Okay. But if they're not working for you, perhaps you want to start to realize that reality comes from you. It comes in, out. What we usually believe until we awaken to this kind of understanding is that reality is the outside coming in, which means that what are you prone to doing? Reacting, not responding, overly reacting, taking things personally, blaming other people, and labeling people. Okay. So if you are trying to rework, reestablish, rethink, rejig, reperceive, recreate your relationship with a person who you've had a relationship with before. Like, let's say it's an ex, let's say it's someone you knew before, let's say it's somebody else, okay? Like this client that I'm referencing, then you have to kind of have an understanding about also, you're the creator of this, yes, but that your mind is always prone to thinking and therefore deciding and reminding you and thinking a lot of thoughts about who people have been, who people were, what's the story of what happened before. So you don't have to be that surprised by that process. Okay. Like right now. Okay. For example, if I'm sitting here, me, Alexis, and I am sitting here and I'm thinking about a person. Let's say it's someone that I had an issue with. Okay. Like, let's just get to it. Someone I had an issue with. Now, if I can think of someone I had an issue with, like we all have issues with people, my thoughts are going to be of the person and the issue. Automatically, it's not that much of a surprise, right? It's like, oh yeah, this person did that and that happened and they're like that. And then he, she, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, if that's the person that I am recreating my relationship with, how do I have new thoughts and create a new idea, perception as the perceiver of my reality? Well, number one, I have to slow myself down and be like, oh, so my mind is doing what it does best. It's just reminding me of the past. It's reminding me of who I think the person is. It's using a collection of thoughts and sticking it to the person. No big deal. I'm not going to react to my mind reacting. You guys stop reacting and overreacting to your own internal realizations, reactions, reminders. The more that you react to your reactions internally, you hold it in place, you freak yourself out, you think you've messed everything up. There's no need for that. You're just doing what your mind is designed to do. Our minds are not designed to thrive and create the reality of our dreams. Why is that? Because most of us have spent our entire lives in survival mode, right? And that is a hardwired aspect of the human biology that we are coming to understand is no longer useful. Okay. So now, let's say you go back to my original analogy about I'm thinking about the person. Why I slow myself down, be like, oh, so that's not who I'm choosing that they are anymore. I am thinking that they are X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and D. This is how I feel in the relationship with them. I feel valued, understood, supported, heard, et cetera, et cetera. And the they X, Y, and Z. Okay. So number one, I was wondering, I have captions going on this video for the first time because now we're including that in our videos weekly and I don't see them. So do you guys see video captions? Okay. I don't know. In any event, I chose it when I recorded the video. I thought that I'd see them and I'm looking at myself looking for them and I do not see them. But you guys, so what number one, you got to stop reacting to your reactions and the difficulty of being on the mental diet, accept it, right? People go their entire lives without changing their thoughts, thinking new things, and they just create more of the same, right? They get stuck, or maybe they don't, and that's just their entire life trajectory. If you're trying to consciously create your reality, you have to know for a while, especially at first, your mind's going to do this, right? Now, that is because also that, let's say we go back to my analogy about the person creating harmony, self-value, or a wonderful relationship with the person. Perhaps I, Alexis, don't feel safe in that scenario. So you have to wrap up safety and security in everything that you're manifesting. I have said this in so many videos. You have to wrap up safety, security, stability in whatever you're creating. You have to tell yourself that you're safe in the relationship, safe in the situation, safe to be you, safe to create love, safe to create pursuit, safe to create love, safe to create being pursued, safe to be adored, safe to receive the romance, safe to be close with someone, okay? The major things, like if we're talking about things I see with people, like as a generalization that I talk to clients about it over the years, the major themes that most people have to work through are safety, security, stability, and then also being good enough, feeling like you're already enough, because so many things have programmed us to think, I'll be good enough for them when I'll be good enough for him when I lose 20 pounds. I'll be good enough for her when I have the job. I will be good enough as a husband, as a boyfriend, when I have the financial stability. I'll be good enough when I have the job. He'll think I'm good enough if I have the career and I have the job and I have X, Y, and Z, okay? The thing is this, you guys, they're all faulty systems, right? Because you got to be good enough right now. Your choice to be good enough is in your thoughts, your thinking, your state of being, and your identity about you. And that's what this video is about. Self-identity, self-identification, and what is your concept of self, and who do you identify as in the scenario? I am going to get to the success story. I intended to make this video quick because I have a client right after. But you know, I think I'm doing pretty good on time. Okay. Right. Okay. Dear Alexis, thank you so much for holding my hand and holding the Kleenex for me virtually while I cried and protested and got so angry off and on at myself and about my scenario with you on video over the past 6 months. Now I can finally say that my SP is conforming once and for all to who I had began to recreate him to be about a year ago. It is finally happening because I have achieved, and I continue to achieve, what you coached me to focus on, which is those 3 things: safety, security, and stability. I can now see that for so much of my life, it was not safe for me to create what I wanted to create. So that created a buffer between me and it. And I now realize that focusing on my own safety, security, stability, deciding that I have that with a vengeance has enabled me to therefore focus on him differently, focus on the affirmations of him. And it made it so much easier, so much more manageable. It also allowed me to discover that I had the same issue with my body and with weight, releasing weight and letting it go. I never felt safe to be in the body of my dreams. I never felt safe to be in the body that weighed less. But now I realize that I can be, and I do feel safe and secure and stable as me. The other thing I want to point out is that some stuff here she included that is not confidential, okay? It was like a multiple email thing. And now I can say that throughout all of the times that we had our chats, that I realized also that my lack of an ability to feel good enough, more than good enough, and good enough right now was what was always holding my back. My body and my negative thoughts about myself and my inability to be enough were really what were holding my relationship from being so loving, so adoring, and so commitment oriented. Now he's talking about a relationship with me all of the time. He tells everybody that I'm his girlfriend. And it's like, we had the relationship talk, but it never actually had to be said because now we're in a relationship. He's also planning on our wedding. He's talking about how he's going to propose to me. And it's like it happened at lightning speed overnight, but then it took a lot of time to get there. Thank you for all of your help. I appreciate you so much. And I'm going to come back with our success story when we are fully tying the knot. Big hugs, XO. Lots of love to you and your family and Logan at this time. He's a cutie. All right. Yeah, you guys, he's not in this video because I'm in my office. He's actually out at the grocery store having a fun day out without me. How cute is that? Okay. So yes, this is it. If you can grasp what I'm talking about in this video, and if you can grasp what she wrote in her success story, it will allow you to finally put the pieces of your puzzle together. Who you're being, you guys, who you identify as within your relationship, who you focus on is the one creating it. And your feelings and thoughts of safety, security, stability, and being able to have that, be that, feel that, look at it as like it opens you up to allow you to focus, okay? If you're walking around feeling triggered, reactive, anxious, worried, and afraid about your relationship, and then you begin to focus on the person and you're reminded of all the things of the past, it's going to feel like this. Well, he did that before. She did that before. He said this. She said that. You have to rework your mind, let go of the past story by focusing on the new self-identity, and like this client did with a vengeance. This is not something that you can just do once in a while, tra-la-la, truck through life and be like, oh yeah, all of a sudden I feel good enough. Absolutely not. It has to be a determined self-focus. Now, I am not saying for you to go ham with the affirmations and do robotic affirming and affirm all day long, la, 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 la. Actually, you can only do that if you already feel safe, stable, secure, okay? You need to have a determination that your identity and love is filled with safety, security, stability, and being good enough. The mental diet for that is I am safe and I'm secure and I'm stable in love at all times. I feel safe right now. I feel so safe, so secure, so stable right now. It's safe for me to create my ideal loving relationship of my dreams. It is safe for me to be loved and adored and wanted and chosen back. It is safe for me to trust and appreciate that love stays with me. It is so secure for me to feel safe in my relationship. I am more than good enough right now. I am more than good enough for all the things I want. I am good enough. I'm more than good enough. I've got it. I'm more than enough right now. I am more than enough right here, right now. I'm more than enough right here, right now. Okay. You could rewind what I just said, write it down. You could even record me and repeat it to yourself and intrinsically attach your new identity to that concept of self, right? Because what else do you have to unload? And what did she have to unload, offload, not get rid of, but let go of her attachment to was abandonment and or rejection. Okay. So that means that you have to be, if you're safe and stable and secure, and someone does something out there in your 3D reality, you will learn to dislabel self as being abandoned and or rejected. Okay. This is the answer to that. You can't walk around saying like, oh, I'm free of abandonment. I'm just so free of rejection. No, you have to replace the assumption with the new idea of self and a new self-identity. And this does take clients like this client, a lot of persistency and a lot of consistency with similar thoughts, similar choices of self. What we're doing is elevating your level of consciousness. You're elevating and changing and shifting your subconscious mind. So therefore, your identification in your own movie is what's changing, and nothing else really matters. If you're walking around life saying, oh, my reality is not real, no one has any feelings, I'm the God of my reality, I'm this and I'm that, and you're kind of doing that thing, but nothing is happening, okay? This is why. This is why. And also, if you're wanting connections with people and you're wanting closer relationships, saying to yourself that nothing is real, so nothing matters, I don't really think that creates connection and closeness. If you're wanting connection and closeness, you have to kind of go through all the layers of the onion of you that are so afraid and so this and so that about closeness, connectivity, and romance. Okay. And the thing is this, you guys, as you know in all my videos, reality is not real. I fully believe in that. We know that to be true, but these are things that people kind of misuse in terms of what I hear from the manifestation people out there, and why you're not getting a lot of movement. You want to be knowing that when you're applying the principles of reality creation and self-identification, self-concept correctly, movement has to follow. You are the precursor of all things. Okay. So, yes, That's how you do this. It's changing who you are in love and really appreciating that when your mind, like I told you, like I told her, and I'm telling you, when your mind reminds you of who the person has been, don't get so mad at yourself. But you have to understand and intervene and say, oh, old story coming up. I'm carrying around the old story. I'm detaching from the old story. It's not who they are anymore. The story of them is the story of who I'm creating. So I'm focusing on that. That's why having lists of intentions helps, because you have a go-to in that moment. But you can only go to the list of intentions of the new story of the person when you yourself identifies as being the one who is loved and adored from the safe, secure, stable place, and that you are the best, that you're the only option, that you're the one that is now chosen, loved, adored, pursued, chosen, loved, adored, pursued. Okay. The other thing is, everybody stop labeling everything as I'm not chosen. Okay. Somewhere, somehow on YouTube, a lot of people said that for a while. I'm not chosen. Okay. Not everything comes down to a lack of assumption about not being chosen. Okay. I just am saying this, and I think I've said this in previous videos. I hear it from people, right? No, you guys, it's not always about that. The reason why you're not being chosen is because of other reasons in yourself. And then it appears that you're not chosen, where I often find out people are chosen even when they don't think they are. Okay. So in any ways, it's a big conundrum, but I'm just saying for your own good, that not everything is about not being chosen. It can be about not being good enough. It can be about not being valued. It can be about not being seen. These are deeper things in the subconscious that I unravel with people through conversation. Okay. So in any event, this is simple. Change your self-identity, change your self-concept with a vengeance, dedication. I'm talking about all of the time, all throughout the day, checking in. What am I thinking and who am I being? Am I thinking and feeling abandoned, rejected? Nope, I'm not going to do that. My self-identification is that I am safe and secure and stable in love. I'm so safe and secure and stable within me. It is safe to have love. It is safe to trust love. Love is safe and trustworthy now for me. The more that you think that, then it will begin to become an assumption or a belief, and it will happen. Okay. Also, do not expect yourself to believe your intentions. If you believe them or you felt them fully, you would not have to have an intention for it. Think of it like this. Wherever you are watching this video, depending on what time of day it is, right? Maybe the moon is up, maybe the sun is out. Now, you have a belief and an assumption that the sun and the moon exist, right? You have a belief and an assumption that the solar system exists, unless you don't, okay? This reminds me of someone I saw on something that believes that the earth is a cone, okay? If that's you, then that's your assumption, that's your idea, that's what you think is happening out there, okay? I just want to include all the theories because they're all interesting, aren't they? I found that fascinating that the earth is a cone, okay? And then I think you go into all this dark territory though, right? About other dimensions, other things, which I believe in and I fully agree with, but let's not create and let's not intend for darkness, right? Aliens exist. Of course they do. Are they all bad? Absolutely not. Okay, I'm not going off on a tangent about the supernatural, okay? In any event, you have an assumption and a belief about the sun and the moon that is hardened into fact. You see, you feel it, but you don't really notice it, do you? That's a belief. That is what a belief is. That's a belief. Okay, I'm saying it again. That's an assumption. So a lot of people come to me like, oh, I don't feel anything, Alexis. Do I have to feel this for it to be real? No, you do need to think it and repeat it. Like I had this client do, think it and repeat it. So it does become something that you then believe and you then assume. You can even try this out with like something very weird. You could sit here, you could turn off the video and you could say to yourself, I love my feet. 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 Now, as I say, I love my feet, I tend to start thinking, oh, my feet. Oh, so cute. Wow. So through repetition, you can automatically begin to feel differently, can't you? But it just takes some repeating. Try that out with your affirmations. If you got some going, saying them a bunch of times, like in different ways, like, oh, my feet so cute. Oh, I love my feet. Aren't my feet so cute? Now, you guys let me know if you go out into the wild, out into the world, and people comment on your feed after you watch this video, okay? Because everyone is a projection creation of you, all right? But let's get more into the idea of how this works. The new thoughts create the new identity of self, and therefore you can focus on the relationship differently, appropriately, and it all comes together. Okay. All right, you guys, that's my video for this week. Happy holidays wherever you are in the world. I have my new holiday set up behind me. We are full of holiday cheer around the house while also staying focused on our goals, focus on all the good things this time of year, and appropriately ushering in a new year, new beginning. Okay. If you know me at all, I'm not a huge fan of New Year's resolutions because we should be resoluting all of the time. It should be a recreation of every day, every month of like, oh yes, while honoring the seasons and the changes. Okay. All right, everybody, have a great week. Remind yourself how wonderful, beautiful, magnetic, and amazing you are, and that it's safe and secure and stable for you to create exactly what you want with your SP, and it will all come through. I love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye.